Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA. Ocala.
All right, 5 minutes after 9 o'clock. This looks like a perfect day to go flying. Wow. We have in the studio Brad Bursma and Josh Verdonk. They're here to host their show called Winging It, and they wing it here on the air and up in the air, I guess. Probably more here than there. They are both from Ocala Aviation Flight School, and if you have a question about what it takes to become a pilot, let us hear from you. The number here is the WOCA Climate Control Source Hotline, 622-9622, 622-WOCA. Josh Verdonk and Brad Bursma. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Are you excited about the holidays? I mean, is it starting to happen for you? Are you starting to feel, thanks to... Josh, what's the matter? You got your lip up. You got an Elvis look going on. You don't like the holidays?
Costs too much money.
Oh, it's a money thing?
Yeah.
How do they cost money?
Well, you gotta
You gotta buy gifts, and people spend way too much on...
Do you have to buy gifts? No, you do not.
Well, my wife would be unhappy.
Which is the most skillful bird? Is it the turkey? Is that the most skillful bird?
Skillful?
They both look at me like I'm nuts.
You are nuts, but keep going.
We have a phone call.
You
think about it.
They hung up.
They hung up.
They don't like you talking about turkeys. You offended them.
No. We're talking about birds.
You said turkey.
I was using it as an example. Which is the most skillful of all the flying birds? Have you ever read the book Jonathan Livingston Seagull?
No.
He didn't like flying like a seagull. He wanted to fly more like a hawk.
Well, yeah, me too. I wouldn't fly like a seagull.
Yeah, so that's my point.
Yeah.
So if I was a turkey, I wouldn't want to fly like a turkey.
No, I wouldn't want to be a turkey. There's for many reasons I would not want to be a turkey.
All right, let's go to the phone. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Larry.
How you doing?
Hey, get it. Yeah, the turkey is a very, very skillful and sneaky bird. Benjamin Franklin wanted to make the turkey the national bird, opposed to the buzzard, the eagle. But the eagle won out because it's majestic.
Yeah.
But it is a buzzard just the same. But the peregrine falcon is probably the fastest, smoothest flying but the sneakiest bird, of course, is the owl. It's the most silent. You can't hear it coming because its wingtips are curved backwards opposed to straight down. That's why the animals can't hear them when they're swooping down. But I was wanting to call on your last show. I got a real serious question for you.
Oh.
You had those problems with your dog, and you were putting either baking powder or baking soda and water mixture on your dog's little tumors.
Yeah.
Which one was it, baking soda or baking powder? Because my shepherd has developed one.
Sodium bicarbonate, whichever one that is.
Okay, that's baking powder.
Baking powder, okay. Yeah.
All right, thanks, Larry.
You're welcome.
Y'all be good. God bless.
See, from turkeys to baking powder to tumors on dogs, you never know what you're going to talk about on Winging It.
Well, I was thinking, we didn't talk about tumors on dogs on last show.
His last show, not our last show, yes. Yeah, we're getting,
You're caught up in the whole thing here.
Yes.
You are winging it.
Yeah, well, that's
So the curved wings keeping the, was it the owl? No, the falcon.
Yeah.
That's what he said, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know that, but owls are pretty cool, I gotta admit.
Yeah. So which is the most skillful airplane?
Depends on what you're talking about.
Okay.
Depends on who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Good morning. You're on the air with Josh and Brad.
Yeah. And in Tennessee, the wild turkey comes in bottles. little southern humor.
There you go. That's good.
Have a good day.
You too.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, gentlemen. Sonny calling. I called last week about that fellow who went around the world in a small plane, and he was averaging approximately, according to the article, he did 38 miles per gallon, which is like more than 36.8 miles per gallon around the world. That was his average. Now, I'm just wondering if you guys would be interested in something like that, the technology that he used, because fuel is a big thing as far as private flying is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
And just curious if you guys looked into any of that.
No, I mean, honestly, I'm not really sure, because if it's miles per gallon, everything we judge is by gallons per hour.
Well,
and so I'm not sure what his would equate to. I guess it depends on
the winds and everything.
Yeah, on what it actually equated to.
That's why they say he averaged 36.8 miles per gallon. So that's his headwinds or winds coming off the side or tailwinds. And he was able to fly at some quite high altitudes because there was a turbocharged engine in there rather than a piston engine.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to have a lot of weight with him because he had to carry his belongings. The plane was equipped to monitor soot in the air at various locations around the world. And in there it shows a little track. And he went up through Europe, flew basically right south down from one end of Africa to the other, then across the Indian Ocean to parts of India, and then Australia and around that way.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was measuring the soot level, soot in the air, on very fine particles. And that might have something to do with, pollution and all that stuff. But the point of the matter is he's in a plane, and he's doing all this and still getting that kind of mileage.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know you measure it in pounds per hour or whatever gallons. Like a boat is measured in gallons per hour. They don't measure it in miles either. But it's still, I believe it's very, I don't think you can, at 38 miles per gallon, it's basically double what a piston plane gets, if not better. So whatever that equates to. Well, anyway, that was my question, because
Yep.
I'm not a pilot, but that kind of stuff really interests me. I'm always interested in miles per gallon. I check my miles per gallon out every time I fuel my car.
Yeah.
So anyway, you guys have a good weekend. I enjoy your program.
Thank you, sir.
There you go.
Yeah, well, to for any of you out there, we do measure everything by
gallons per hour.
Yes, thank you, gallons per hour. So, I mean, realistically, we generally burn about 9 to 10 gallons per hour.
Okay.
So if you're flying at 100 miles or 110 knots, you're about 100 miles in an hour. So we're
10 miles a gallon.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that works at that speed. Good morning.
Exactly.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, that airplane was basically essentially a powered glider. It had a huge wingspan. The passenger cabin was really, really cramped. I mean, they barely had enough room, and it was a two-engine, two axially mounted engines. They needed both engines to take off, but then they alternated engines as they flew, so that they could shut an engine down and check its oil and such. It didn't go real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it set a distance record, but it didn't set no speed record.
Got it. Good to know. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, doke.
Thank you.
I'm just guessing that in order
You
for
too.
the airplane to be invented, they had to be a more efficient engine, because prior to that it was all steam. You couldn't have that much wood and coal in an airplane.
Yeah, that wouldn't work too well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so it only makes sense that it took a while.
Yeah.
It's only been how many years? Has it
How
even
many
been-
years, Josh?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Oh, come on. It says on your license.
I know.
How many years have we been flying? Oh, it does say it on your license?
Yeah, it does actually.
Yes, it
What
says
is it? 92 was it?
So it's not even 100 years.
92. 1992.
All right, you know what? Hold on.
He's
It
looking.
does say it on here
It says it somewhere.
somewhere.
When did the Wright brothers do it flying for the first time? Oh, didn't the Vikings fly?
The Vikings? I don't think so.
No,
I thought it said on here
it doesn't
somewhere.
say it on here. But I should know this being a pilot.
You should know that being a pilot, yes.
That one. If we haven't passed the 100-year mark, you need to celebrate.
We have.
Oh, we have?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, real quick, I'm going to get on to some other topics real quick.
Really?
Yes, I know, amazing, isn't it?
You really should. I mean, it is your show.
Yes, it's amazing. We are going to congratulate Josh Verdonk. For any of you who don't know who Josh Verdonk is, he is a student that is a huge pain in the butt. Oh, he's also my... What would he...
He's your co-host.
Co-host.
No, I'm the host. You're the co-host.
Really?
Well, you're both hosts, and you're both co-hosts of each other.
Not under-host.
You're the host when you're not under-host.
I'm an under-host.
You're the host when you talk about yourself.
Yes.
When you talk about the other guy, he's your co-host.
See? Right. So I can't talk about you as you're the host if I'm the co-host.
All right, let's move on.
Okay. Anyway, he received his multi-engine rating last...
Wednesday.
It wasn't last week. It was Wednesday, huh?
Yeah,
wow. What
Wednesday.
was last Friday?
Last Friday? No, nothing.
Nothing? Okay. He got it on Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
So that's a big accomplishment for him.
But you didn't bring it up last Friday.
No, because it was on Wednesday, like 2 days ago.
Oh, just 2 days ago.
Just 2 days ago, yes.
Okay. All right.
So, and we're going to say congratulations to Kavanaugh. He soloed
He
for
has
the
a
first...
name, you know?
I just said Kavanaugh.
Oh. We're not going to use his full name?
You can use his first name.
I'm not going to use his full
Is
name.
Kavanaugh his last name?
Yes, we do. We talk to everybody by my last name, so it's just... I just wrote Kavanaugh.
Go ahead.
Are you done being rude?
This is your show.
This is my show, because I'm the co-host. I'm the underhost. Kavanaugh soloed yesterday
Great White North
for the first time, and I wanted to say we did actually finally give out a scholarship, one so far, to a young man named Scotty Williford. He is...
How did you give his first name?
Because every time he calls, he says, "Hey, this is Scotty Williford." It's just every time he calls, he says that. It's kind of funny. So it's like, I always know it's him, but I think it's funny. He always says that.
I thought maybe you had a few Willifords.
No, well, his dad is Scott Williford, and he goes by Scotty Williford. So that could be why. Yes. Yeah. So, but I want to thank Mr. Miller, and I want to thank Mr. Miller because he is the one that told Mr. Williford about the scholarship. So he is spreading the word.
Nice, yeah.
So the listeners, please continue to spread the word because he's willing to give out more. I have another gentleman that called him recently that's looking at information. So it's a scholarship for student or for people to learn to fly. So we want to keep spreading the word about that.
All right.
Is the coffee not good?
I think Dan's trying to poison me.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was a scholarship or the coffee that you made.
No, it's the coffee. It tastes very burnt.
Do you know, we had a guy on the other day, and he was talking about something else, but he's a pilot.
He was talking about something.
Well, I can't remember what he was talking about.
It must not have been that important.
Was it yesterday? But he knew Ocala. Oh, he's a dietitian. And he happened to be... Oh, no, I'm sorry. No. He was the naval aviator, Craig Roberts. He came on the air to talk about Veterans Day and what he does. Anyway, he was flying from somewhere down to South Florida, and a storm or wind or something blew him out over the ocean. And he was happy that Ocala had a place to fill up an airplane, because by the time he got back, he was just about out of gas. And he filled up over there, and I think he had to make an emergency phone call to somebody over at Ocala Airport so they could come out and give him gas at night.
That's possible.
Yeah, so does that... I mean, that would be pretty scary if the wind blows you out over the ocean.
Well, I could understand him having... Well, most likely he would have to... They would, blow him over the ocean, but he may have to divert because of a bad storm and take him out that far.
Oh, maybe I misunderstood?
Because I don't... a strong wind isn't going to just blow a plane. I mean, a balloon...
Well, it is, but you're going to be able to correct for it before...
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not going to just blow you... if you're flying and you have a crosswind, then you correct for it and you fly towards... You make adjustments. So
I got you.
Now, a storm, he would have to go out and around the storm most likely if he was in a smaller plane.
Okay, so that maybe I misunderstood. Maybe the storm caused him to purposely go out over the ocean.
Yes, that's possible.
But then he came back, and the gas he had allocated to make it the whole trip was gone.
Right, yes.
So he needed to get more
Which
gas.
is why you plan.
Good morning. You're on the air with Josh and Brad, the co-hosts.
Good morning, co-host. This is Sonny again. I believe it was 1903, Overall and Wilbur Wright flew at Kitty Hawk.
03, thank you.
So aviation is, if you use their flight information, it's 109 years old?
Yep, 109 years.
So
very cool.
We've come quite a way.
Yes, we have. Thank you, Sonny. Appreciate it.
How come the Ohio license plate says first in flight, though?
How come what? Who?
The Ohio license plate says first in flight when Kitty Hawk is in North Carolina. What's the story there?
That's almost a little bit of a battle. They because there are rumors that the first powered flight actually took place in Ohio.
Before the Wright brothers?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And they're both.
But that's unconfirmed. So.
But it's on their license plate.
Yeah.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Okay, good morning, guys.
Hi.
Good morning.
Say, as a resident of the state of Florida, having an automobile, I'm required by law to have insurance. Would this apply to small planes?
No.
You don't have to have insurance?
No.
I mean,
now, it's really dumb not to, but technically, no, you don't.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you crash land in somebody's backyard and there's liability, you're going to have a problem,
Yep. Then you better have the money to pay for it.
Right. Where would you get? My wife's an insurance agent, and she couldn't answer the question. Where would you buy air insurance for an airplane?
There's actually quite a few different places. You can do it through AOPA. You can, our agent is Alexander Aviation. You really just talk to somebody that's in the business, or that deals with it, and you can get led into the right direction. There's agents that actually just do aviation insurance.
Yeah. What does that go like by the size of the plane and all that kind of stuff?
There's so many factors. It's just like driving. I mean, you've got to buy the plane, the pilot, there's the pilot's experience.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different factors that go into it.
Yeah, I would imagine it's costly like an automobile.
It's quite costly, yes.
Yeah. Is there an age limit on either end on insurance that you know of?
A limited end?
Yeah, as far as if you're under like 21, can you buy insurance, or 18? Or?
Yeah, no, there's no limit as far as that.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, bye now.
Yeah, are you going to say something, Larry?
No, I was just...
Okay. They also have what's called renter's insurance. So if you rent a plane, it's kind of like when you rent, like from a rental car company. You can rent one of our planes, and you can have rental insurance that kind of covers you, that helps pay for the deductible or whatever. So there's a few different things you can do.
You have a phone call? Good morning. You're on the air.
Yes, the Wright brothers came from Ohio, the Columbus area. And so I guess that's the claim to first in flight, in that the Wright brothers, built their airplane in Ohio, and then they took it out to North Carolina to fly it.
There wasn't enough wind in Ohio?
The story is that they wanted to do it in a place where there weren't too many people to look in case it came a timber, and they were a little introspective that way.
Interesting.
And also, how did Robin like the movie The Court Martial of Billy Mitchell?
Robin, did you like that movie? She loved it. She loved it.
Yeah.
It was enlightening.
Yeah. Okay, doke. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
I'm happy there's smart people out there.
So does that mean that, like, all the things that you've done here, that Belgium gets to claim you, since you're from there?
I don't know.
So, like, if you become popular and you're like this big wig, they can say the son of Belgium, or can we say the son of Ocala?
Well,
or just the son of a gun?
Well, it's kind of like, what's his face?
I don't know.
The dude, they call him Muscles from Brussels. Belgian guy out in Hollywood, famous for doing... You don't have a clue I'm talking
What about him?
Well, he's been living in the States for so long, and then he became popular, and then they started calling him Muscles from Brussels because he's from Belgium originally.
Oh, I had it wrong, by the way. First in flight is what's on the plate in North Carolina, and in Ohio it says birthplace of aviation.
There you go.
So it was the birthplace because they were birthed there.
See,
that's why you're the underhost.
But
I am the underhost.
But it does say that there is a debate. So what Josh was talking about, apparently people want to claim it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is Florida?
Well, they kind of look like you two. Well, I'm looking at their pictures.
If I would grow a mustache.
The Wright brothers. Well, I mean when they were kids. I'm seeing here when they were kids.
Have you seen the pictures?
It sort of kind of looked like you two when they were kids, yeah?
Yeah, a little pudgy one looks just like Josh. So we have to do something popular, or to get popular, and then Ocala can be famous.
We are popular.
Okay, more popular. I know, because more people know about us right now than the Wright brothers did with it right then.
Is that right?
Yeah. Well, think about it. We're world known.
Yeah,
they weren't world known when they flew. Isn't that crazy?
They weren't. No.
We are world known.
Yep.
Whether we're world liked, I don't know, but we're world known.
We're known about.
We are known about. So that technically makes us
world
famous.
Don't you have more to talk about?
I do have more to talk
rambling
about.
on?
Well, I just thought about that. We are world famous. You cannot dispute that we are not world famous.
I cannot, no.
You cannot. You can try.
Well, because they're all my family watching. So I'm world famous. They're watching the show.
I am too, though.
Why?
Because I'm The underhost. Yes, we're going to talk about also Discovery Flights. I know the commercial was playing right before we came on. They make an excellent gift certificate for Christmas. Christmas is actually not too far away because Thanksgiving is only in 2 weeks. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, crazy, isn't it? 2 weeks is Thanksgiving, actually less than 2 weeks away. So start thinking about gift certificates. They make a great gift. It's one of those that people aren't expecting. You come by the office, we give you a gift certificate, and they can come in and redeem it whenever. So it's a great gift. So do that. And keep talking about the scholarships, please. Bring people in for the scholarships. Tell neighbors, tell friends' neighbors. Tell your dentist. Tell your optometrist. Your chiropractor. Of course, I think most of the chiropractors in town know us.
Do they really?
Honestly, seriously, think about it.
Do you need a lot of chiropractic work when you fly planes?
No, we've just flown with most of them.
Yeah. Oh, because they have enough money to fly. They're the rich guys in town. So that's the field you need to go into if you want money.
Chiropractic?
Yeah, seems like
it. Well, I'm not saying they're the rich ones. They're just the people that we just happen to know some. Like we know lawyers. I know some lawyers. We know some doctors. Right. Who do you know some school teachers. I know all kinds of people.
So, and do they all like to fly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And who do you like to fly with the most? What profession?
Yes, Josh, what profession?
Butchers? Do you like flying with butchers?
He can't answer that because then we would know exactly who he's talking about.
Like, do you like the conversations in the cockpit?
No, that's not true. I just don't want to offend anyone out there.
Why is it called the cockpit?
Why what?
Why is it called the cockpit?
I don't know.
Why is it called the fuselage? What is that?
Why are they called wings? I don't know, Larry. Jeez.
Why do they call it an orange?
Because it's orange.
But a grape is purple. They don't call it a purple.
They should, though.
Because there's more than one purple thing? I don't know.
There's more than one orange thing, too.
Yeah. But see, the elevator...
Grapefruit.
The aileron. Huh?
That's why I love this show.
Why do they name anything? Yeah, exactly. The grapefruit? It does not look like a grape.
Well, it's called wing.
No, it doesn't.
Grapefruit. Why is it grapefruit? Now that you brought up fuselage, why is it grapefruit a grapefruit?
Come on, smart people, call in. Let us know. Yeah, obviously, we don't know.
Did they run out of stuff, and that's why they said it's orange? Is that how it came down? Because it's not the only orange fruit. I mean, you got.
Well, why is the moon? Why is the moon called the moon? It's
made of cheese.
It has no name. Like every other planet has 4 moons, 5 moons, and they all have names.
Triton.
We have one moon.
No, this is the moon.
Yeah, this is the moon, not
but
moon.
Shouldn't it have a name?
It's not a
It
moon.
does. Its name is the moon.
Actually, I think it does have a technical name. So
does
nobody calls it that.
We just don't call it that.
Billy? I think it's like a long one.
Is it called Billy?
No, it's not called...
Steve.
I just said a technical name, not Billy.
Steve.
Steve, yeah.
I like Steve. Steve's a nice name. Steve's a nice name.
I got that on tape. I'm going to use that.
Yes.
Steve's a nice name.
Steve's a nice name.
Next time I have a Steve in here, I'm going to play that little clip.
Haven't you seen Over the Hedge?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have.
Have you seen Over the Hedge?
I'm going to name it Steve.
I could see Over the Hedge when I was 8 years old.
Yeah, but I believe you could have.
I could.
Yes. Have you seen the movie Over the Hedge?
I looked over the hedge for a good reason.
He's ignoring me. Yes.
In other words, he has not
seen it. I didn't even know there was such a movie.
It's a good movie. I recommend it.
And why? What's good about it?
Because they talk about Steve.
Yes. And there is a...
I don't know. You're looking at me.
Super hyper active squirrel in it.
Oh, really?
And yeah. What is his name?
The squirrel has a name?
Hammy. Yes.
Is this a current movie? It's out right now?
Yeah, it's been out for a couple years now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at least 5 or 6 years at least.
Takes me
anyway,
a
it's
while
funny because there's a giant hedge and they don't know what it is, and they say we're going to call it Steve. I like the name Steve.
Dan gave me a movie 2 or 3 years ago. I'm almost done with it.
It took you 2 years to watch a movie?
I've been watching. It's got this naked blue guy in it. I don't remember what the movie is, but it looks like
it's got a naked blue guy in your movie.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not the kind of movie we're telling you about.
But it looks like
I'm an angry rabbit squirrel.
Yeah.
So it's a comedy? Over the Hedge is a comedy?
It's a cartoon.
A cartoon?
Animated.
Oh. Yes. And you like it because...
I like those kind of... You should see my wife's movie collection. It's like Over the Hedge, Kung Fu Panda, Iron Man, Sherlock Holmes, like all those.
None of those go together.
She's a very sweet lady, obviously.
Over the Hedge and Sherlock Holmes are not like the same kind of movie.
Well, the family type.
Family movies,
yeah,
yes.
Family.
Yes.
We were talking about James Bond because there's new movies coming out.
Yeah, that's not a family movie.
Today, I think. And he never owned those cars, those planes. He always either loaned them or he rented them.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
According to Ian Fleming. James Bond.
Well, yeah, he never owned anything. It was given to him by Q.
By Q.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I think so.
Yeah. If you point your watch at this computer screen, it'll blow up.
Good morning, you're on
I
the
would
air.
do this now.
Hi, Larry. It's Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
The Wright brothers were
Mike?
from Dayton, Ohio. They were born there, and they built the first plane there. And they took it to Kitty Hawk to test it, and one of the reasons was so there would be no reporters to see what they were doing.
Oh, there was reporters there.
Well, no, their earlier glider flights in Michigan, there's all kinds of information on Wikipedia. Also, I have a print that was released by Wright State University of that first powered flight.
Oh, wow.
A limited edition.
Very nice.
You should get get an autograph. Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, I have the documentation with it that it's authentic.
Wow. All right, Mike, I appreciate the call. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We are ready
Thank
to
you.
answer the clock. We had too much fun. Look at the clock. It's ready to go.
It is ready to go.
You need to get more time. Do a longer show.
We do. Fuck Dan. Dan, we need more time.
We could do a longer show, but I think the next show would have 0 listeners.
That's true. Everybody would change the channel.
So in the course of the
See?
show, you used about 5... Somebody up there used about 5 gallons of gasoline.
Yeah.
Somebody did, right?
At least, yep. Maybe more.
Most likely more.
The fun show is over.
You can't forget. Remember what he's going to say?
The fun show is over. We're going to talk about something else. Brad Bursman, Josh Verdunk. Where do we call if we want to learn how to fly and just hang out with you guys?
352-861-7484.
And do you recommend
Call
that?
Steve.
Just calling up and saying, can we hang out? Can we go to lunch?
If somebody wants to take me to lunch, they can
That'd
take
be
me to
great.
lunch. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Josh will go on on lunch date anytime.
Not a lunch date. I'd go to lunch.
If they're buying you lunch, it's a date.
No, it's not.
Oh, yikes. Oh, yikes. Is your wife listening?
Even better,
Yeah,
go
enough.
buy like 50, 100 chicken wings, bring them to the flight school anytime.
There you go. That's
Yes.
an idea.
Because then everybody can eat.
That's an idea.
I think we should, do you know what we should do? We should do a competition right here, right now. Bring in 100 chicken wings, you get a Discovery flight.
It'd be
Would that
more than
be good?
100 chicken wings.
150 chicken wings.
Wings.
Discovery flight.
Wings and wings. Haha, that's funny.
That's
Okay,
why,
Larry needs
that's
to go.
Why I'm saying this.
We
No,
don't
he
want-
doesn't.
Wings do sound
They always run into our show, so why
Yeah,
don't we
well.
run into theirs first?
Who is next? Is it a special show or is it just
It's the Beverly Hills Cook. Yeah.
the Beverly Hills Cook?
Yeah. Beverly Hills Cook coming up next.
I never knew that.
I never listened to the show after the station. After
Bye.
We'll take a little break and be right back.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Life jackets save lives. Swear it, Florida. Mostly sunny today with a high of 71 to 75. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy skies, lows ranging from 48 inland to 59 at the coast. Tomorrow, partly sunny skies and a bit warmer, high 74 to 78. For Sunday, partly sunny, just a chance of a shower along the coast, the high 77 to 81. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.